Hello everyone, this is POW Weather coming at you with another video. In today's update, we're going to be talking about Hurricane ETA that looks to make landfall as a major hurricane, bringing catastrophic flooding to Nicaragua and Honduras, and then possibly regenerating, going back into the Caribbean by this weekend. So before I do get started, if you do like weather-related content, please subscribe to my channel, as I will upload about 5 videos a week to keep you updated. And I do ask you to share this video with your friends and family that may be impacted by ETA. So let's kind of get right to it. We have a lot to talk about. Here is the latest advisory from the National Hurricane Center as of this morning, Monday, November the 2nd. It is a hurricane now, moving west at 12 miles an hour. And a recon plane got canceled yesterday, but there is one en route and several going to be sampling the storm today. And this is really expected to ramp up in a big way, but unfortunately also expected to slow down because there's a mid-latitude ridge, and this will lead to the catastrophic flooding that is expected in the Nicaragua and Honduras area. By 12 hours from now, it is a formidable hurricane at 90 miles per hour. By this time tomorrow, it should be on the cusp of a major hurricane, if not a major hurricane. And then approaching and making landfall somewhere around Tuesday into Wednesday as this thing slows as it's coming to shore, and then turns inland, still a storm by Nicaragua. And then it turns into a depression as it goes over Honduras, dumping some very heavy rain. You can see it doesn't get to El Salvador, but you will still be on the outskirts. Go up to Guatemala, heading towards Belize. This is by Friday into Saturday morning. And then beyond the 5-day track, a lot of the guidance has it going back into the Caribbean and re-emerging and redeveloping into a storm again by this weekend. So let's take the latest. Here's ETA. It's forecast to continue to strengthen. It'll become a major hurricane before it reaches the northern coast of Nicaragua early Tuesday, when hurricane warnings and watches are out. From now through Friday afternoon, this is directly from the National Hurricane Center. Heavy rainfall from ETA will lead to catastrophic flooding, life-threatening flash flooding, river flooding across Central America, along with landslides in the higher terrain. Flash and river flooding is also possible in Jamaica, southeast Mexico, El Salvador, southern Haiti, and the Cayman Islands. Life-threatening storm surge of 10 to 15 feet above tide levels. Here's the expected rainfall from ETA between now and Friday even. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The total of 5 days for Nicaragua, Honduras, 15 to 25 inches. Isolated amounts, 35 inches. That is catastrophic. Eastern Guatemala, southern Belize, 10 to 20 inches. Isolated amounts of 25 inches. Portions of Panama, Costa Rica, 10 to 15 inches. Isolated amounts, 25 inches. Jamaica and southeast Mexico, 5 to 10 inches. In the southern regions of Jamaica, up to 15 inches in isolated amounts between now and Friday evening. This rainfall will lead to catastrophic flooding. Also in El Salvador, so southern Haiti and the Cayman Islands, 3 to 5 inches. Isolated amounts, 10 inches. So that's some extreme rainfall. Here's the latest satellite picture, what ETA looks like as of this morning. You can really see it's really getting its act together. It's got perfect flow. This is almost like a perfect setup for a rapid developing storm, unfortunately. And these outer feeder bands will spread with waves of rain, not all the time, but waves of rain in Jamaica, as this thing really starts to ramp up and move towards the Honduras and Nicaragua area. But unfortunately, it slows down. Let me show you the latest guidance of all the models, what we're looking at. It expected to peak at a major hurricane and possibly make landfall as a major hurricane. And then it goes inland. This is day 3, right? And then here's day 5. Look at what happens by day 7. Most of the guidance has it coming back into the Caribbean, unfortunately, and redeveloping again as ETA or potentially theta if it loses the tropical storm characteristics. But it's coming back in the Caribbean this weekend and redeveloping into a storm, and literally could sit there and spin for days with very light steering currents. Let me show you the latest. Here is the latest HWRF simulated model. This is the hurricane model, what it could potentially look like just 12 hours from now. So you can really see it ramps up in a big way and to a pretty powerful hurricane just by tonight, what it could look like as it's approaching Honduras. But unfortunately, it is slowing down. It really doesn't go anywhere because it gets blocked by that mid-latitude ridge. Here is by Tuesday morning. You can see it really doesn't go anywhere, but it sits over water and develops into a powerful hurricane. This could be a 125 mile per hour hurricane at this point as it's offshore. This would lead to catastrophic flooding because it's coming very slow into Honduras and the Nicaragua area. By Wednesday, this is a whole, 2.5 days from now, you can see it's very close to land still, if not close to being inland. But the idea is it's supposed to slow down to very little movement as it's coming ashore, and that's the latest thinking why it would lead to extreme rain amounts in the Nicaragua and to the Honduras area. Then it finally moves in probably by Wednesday as a major hurricane, and this will spread all inundating flooding into the Honduras and Nicaragua area. And then by Thursday, you can see it really starts to kind of, spread out as it goes inland, with the heavier rains pushing inland now, getting into little portions of El Salvador, getting into Guatemala, heading towards Belize. This is by Thursday. And then by Friday, you can see it's really down to a depression by then. But this is outside the NIH cone. But all indications, this comes back by this weekend and Saturday and reforms as a storm again. Let me show you the latest data from the European model. Now, what's happening is there's a very strong ridge over the United States that will keep ETA down south. This is going to be very light steering currents, and it becomes a nightmare for forecasting because it literally, a lot of the models have it just pivoting just like a ping pong over the Caribbean area for days. Let me just show you. This is Saturday afternoon. So after ETA makes landfall, it could reemerge by this weekend. So that's why I was like, ETA is going to be a long duration event. This is not going anywhere anytime soon. After it makes landfall, it comes back. And when it comes back, this, with the ridge over the United States, this will cause divergence again and cause this storm to redevelop and really start to strengthen again as it sits and spins over the Caribbean. This is on Saturday. Here's by Sunday. You can tell it really does not go anywhere and sits over the Cayman Islands, pumping heavier rain into Jamaica by then. Here is by Monday afternoon. You can see it really doesn't go anywhere. The only thing that happens is it gets stronger. This would be a hurricane again over the Cayman Islands. This is by next week. This is the 9th. This is a Monday afternoon, the 9th, because this is 6 hours behind. And then it would be a hurricane just sitting and spinning. And look, this is by Tuesday, kind of the same thing. It does not go anywhere. It just gets stronger. Here is by Wednesday, kind of shows the same thing. And now I'm showing both of the models because I'm not just showing just one model, that both are saying pretty much the same thing. The latest European, the latest GFS, pretty much by the 11th, it's literally probably a hurricane, if not on the cusp of a major hurricane over Cuba, over the Cayman Islands, dumping some extremely heavy rainfall, could be possibly towards Cancun by then, because the only thing that basically moves this thing north is we have a very strong cold front that's coming into the United States. But with this ridge, but this is not until, look at that, Thursday, the 12th. Today is the 2nd. This is talking 10 days from now. This is what keeps it down south into the Caribbean. The only thing that lifts it is finally this cold front might come through. And beyond this only goes to 10 days. Beyond this could eventually pick up ETA, and then who knows if it's going to be by South Florida by then, but then it'll eventually swing it off. But that might not be until the 13th or the 14th of November. So we're going to be talking about ETA for an extended period of time. And you can obviously tell if this thing comes back, heads west and goes into Central America, and then regenerates and goes back into the Caribbean, this would pump extremely heavy rainfalls over the Caribbean area over the next 10 days. Here's the latest European model. You can see the Cayman Islands just gets pummeled with 20, 30, if not even more inches of rain. This would be extreme rain amounts. And then getting into portions of Jamaica, getting into portions of Honduras, where it made landfall, into Belize. Here's the GFS model, kind of shows you the same thing. So we're seeing congruency in the models that this thing just kind of spins in the same general area, dumping some extremely heavy rainfall over the next 10 days. So we're going to be talking about ETA unfortunately, for an extended period of time. I appreciate you guys watching this video. Please like it. Definitely leave your comments below. And I will be updating on this storm twice a day to give you the latest. So don't forget to ring the bell and subscribe to catch the next video where I protect you before and after the storm.